brought up on space shuttles and also visiting recent landings. But since 2010, we've got a system on board and purifies water real time. You don't have to take it up and store it. We have filters and height-sized distillers, spins to create air pressure and load the wastewater. We can recycle 6,000 liters.
Ja, das ist die Stelle, die auch
This is pretty cool.
Sleeping quarters.
Whoa. Nessa senza una borsa. Okay, so this is the weight for Earth. Can you pick it up? Is it heavy? Okay, and then when you're in Mars, wow. Light?
Yes.
Okay, that's so light. Let's see. Yes, heavy.
Ice was there, see that? Ice was there. And I'm at the North Pole.
So this is Mars. Let's see what it feels like. Wow.
Meteorite from Mars.
It feels really smooth.
Anyways.
So we were watching a movie and then everything went dark in NASA. Everything is dark right now, so we're just kind of looking at the museum in the dark.
Incredible price of just $25 back in 1962. Now how did we get that amazing bargain? The previous owner of Rice University asked NASA to bridge and between buildings. Over 250 years, all this captive men, as well as many other creatures like rabbits, turtles, bobcats, coyotes, and even our alligator. Main engine cutoff. Project on the front of their building. This spacecraft is part of NASA's Artemis program and will launch on the new heavy lift rocket, the Space Launch System, or SLS. Artemis is NASA's next giant leap to return to the moon, build a lunar space station, and establish a permanent moon base, with international partners from Japan, Europe, and Canada joining the mission. Aboard Artemis 2, Jeremy Hansen will become the first Canadian astronaut to venture into deep space. Stride to ensure they stay fresh throughout long missions, as the probes were seen to be floating all around the cabin. Luckily, this did not cause an issue on the mission, but it could have posed a serious suspect if the corpse had gotten wedged in the equipment that kept the spacecraft running. For this reason, baked goods are no longer allowed on NASA spacecraft, and our astronauts make tortilla sandwiches. Now, if you look ahead of us to the right-hand side, Space Environment Simulation Laboratory. Inside are two massive vacuum chambers, both National Historic Landmarks. Chamber A, test spacecraft, or Chamber B, test space news. You can see out front of the building large white tanks storing liquid nitrogen at a chilly negative 320 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 195 Celsius. This nitrogen is pumped into the chambers to simulate the freezing cold of space. And if that's not enough, there are heat lamps inside that create an artificial sun blasting objects with space-like heat. In fact, 20 of the HERA program, which includes a simulated closed habitat that helps researchers analyze the effects of long-term space missions on human behavior, health, and performance, along with testing communication capabilities. NASA selects a crew of 4 volunteers to participate in a simulated journey to Mars and include a full-size mock-up of the International Space Station, a model of a habitation module from our upcoming space station Gateway, the Orion capsule trainer, and various rovers that will be used in the future lunar and Martian missions. Now, on our left, under construction here, you can see Building 31, the Astro Materials Research and Exploration Facility, is receiving some upgrades. Program, like our former Center Director, Mark Geyer. Each tree symbolizes growth, resilience, and the unrelenting spirit of exploration. The Memorial Grove is not just a place of remembrance or a favorite spot for our year. It is a source of inspiration for the entire community. Here, we reflect on the pioneers who made their own missions possible. The legacy of those honored in the Grove continues to inspire us to dream big, think boldly, and reach farther than ever before. Their vision and dedication.
I do like to watch faces coming in. They're like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I had the wow factor for sure. Like
oh,
this.
is he Johnny?
Yep. It's too big. It's huge. Before this,
as we establish an orbiting lunar science station and an outpost on the surface of the moon over the next 20 years. Next to the Falcon.
It's just a cockpit.
Oh, look at this view. So there is deer out here at NASA in Houston.
See how well you're insulated?
Ooh,
No,
hot.
right here. Right here.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
See how it's hot right there, but it's not right here? See how it's cool?
Yes. Get the wind going. Add weight.
And stabilize.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is a skyline. Alright, visit. I can't wait to get.
She's her love.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we do ask that you just slowly make your way down just to where I'm standing. That way so everyone can fit inside. Also, as a reminder, overrule, no flash photography, and please do not lean on the railing. If for whatever reason the railing breaks, that would not be good. Like internationally, Wembley Stadium, or Old Trafford, out of nowhere. The primary goal, there we go. The primary goal of the ISS is to facilitate science experiments that cannot be done here on Earth. The station has had many scientific breakthroughs throughout its 23 years in orbit, like innovations in water filtration and purification. That John Swagger was speaking to, and he said, "Houston, we have a problem on the Apollo 13. This Mission Control Center has served as the eyes and ears for astronauts for almost 60 years. From monitoring the first American spacewalk to the first moon landing, all our shuttle missions which helped build the ISS, and most recently our Artemis mission and our turn to the moon. To manage all this work, there are 5 flight control rooms inside of this building on the left. Teams of people work around the clock 24/7, 365 days a year, tending to the International Space Station in a flight control room inside this building. That if we are to have the ISS, we must always have at least a Russian cosmonaut on the ISS, as we must always have at least one American astronaut on the ISS at all times. This is why we have been able to have an astronaut in space continuously for 25 years. An interesting study that was done here at this building, in fact, was the twin study between Scott and Mark Kelly, who are both twins and astronauts. NASA conducted a nearly year-long 340-day study on them, with Scott in space on board the ISS and Mark here on Earth as a control group, to better understand the effects of space on the human body. Being in fluid, their shape can change with the effects of gravity. Additionally, although astronauts are allotted 8.5 hours of sleep every day, many of them report that they only need 6 hours of sleep to feel fully rested while in space. Scientists believe that this could be attributed to the weightlessness due to their muscles not having to work as hard, compared to when astronauts are on Earth under the pressure of gravity. As we head back to Space Center Houston, we will be passing and making an optional stop at George W.S. Abbey Rocket Park, where more space history awaits. If you 747 shuttle carrier aircraft, while the mock-up of the Independence is a mock-up, the 747 beneath it is the real Boeing shuttle aircraft carrier.